What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to The Fringe. We've talked to great extent on this channel about Justin Trudeau's catch and release laws. We've talked about car thefts across the country, mostly in places like Toronto, where the average person has been told, leave your cars outside on the box so that people can essentially not break into your home and put your family at risk. They can just take your car. We've seen woke failed mayor Olivia Chow coming out saying, I guess we all just drive nice cars instead of, actually tackling the problem. Well, today there's a common theme going on in Toronto when it comes to these thefts, these acts of crime. And when we talk about immigration into the country, and I've often talked about this and why it is such a pivotal issue in the next federal election. Pierre Poilievre has come out and said that he's going to rapidly change how immigration is handled in this country. And I think that this article over from the Toronto Sun kind of explains itself in a nutshell as to why that should be possible. 18 charged with 150 offenses in violent Peel home invasions and carjackings. 9 people charged in Project Warlock are out on bail, and 6 of the accused were already on release orders. So these are repeat offenders. No jail time. As we scroll down, look, I don't want to be Mr. Racist or anything, but is there anything you're noticing? Is there a common theme going on here when it goes to those who have been arrested? I don't know. Maybe, ladies and gentlemen, I see the world in black and white. I really don't know how anybody could draw any conclusions from these photos. But let's take a look here at what the article actually states. An investigation into 17 violent home invasions, armed robberies, and carjackings in the Peel region in the Greater Toronto Area has led to 150 charges against 18 people. You would think that 150 charges amongst those people would land people in jail. One of them was as young as 14 years of age. I'm assuming their photo is not present in here because they are considered a minor. 6 of the accused were already on release orders, and 9 of the accused have already been released on bail. Project Warlock also recovered more than 12 stolen vehicles valued at $1.2 million. $55,000 worth of stolen property, 4 prohibited firearms, 1 with obliterated serial numbers, and 2 imitation pew-pews after officers executed 60 search warrants. Again, wouldn't this normally, this is theft over $1 million. You don't put people in jail for that? In 2024, right here in Peel region, we experienced 87 carjackings. Peel Regional Police Chief Nishan, I don't care, told a press conference Tuesday in a Brampton neighborhood that said that he has seen 3 home invasions. Now, again, the problem I have with this isn't the fact that they've caught these people or they've retrieved these vehicles. It is essentially a waste of police resources to do all this work and try, I guess, you look at the glass half full, they've recovered this stuff. But the fact that they arrest these people and they're right back out there committing the crimes again, doesn't that kind of say it's a waste of money? It's a waste of police resources? This is Justin Trudeau's Canada, ladies and gentlemen. In addition to the carjackings, we've had 54 home invasions. That's a 58% increase in carjackings and an astounding 350% increase in home invasions year over year. Well, one of the statistics, again, when you look back to the photo of who was arrested, is the amount of people coming over Roxham Road, the amount of asylum seekers, the amount of illegal migrants we have coming to this country, which, by the way, we've already generated over $150 million in costs, putting them up in hotels, waiting for their day in court. These violent incidents, needless to say, have impact not just on the victims that are targeted, but the entire community around them. Well, who wants to live around that? Who wants to be there? I know in Calgary, crime has run so rampant, my family's pushing to move out of here. My family's saying we can't live here anymore. We want small town life. We can't live in a big city anymore where the mayors don't care about crime. Between November 2023 and January of 24, Peel Region saw 8 violent robbery incidents and 3 home invasions, 2 involving pew-pews, and during one of the home invasions, a victim sustained a serious wound to the lower body. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. YouTube's algorithm punishes you anytime you mention these words. It's their AI. I got to watch those things. I apologize. To counter these initial incidents, Project Warlock was informed to investigate his identified criminal network operating in Brampton and Mississauga. Throughout the 6-month investigation, another 9 robberies that occurred were also linked to this network. Detective Alan Dean, Project Warlock's lead investigator, said that the thieves targeted, quote, jewelry, currency, designer clothing, and luxury vehicles. Added Deputy Chief Nick Milovich, organized car theft is trending towards becoming more violent. To be clear, a small percentage of violent individuals is creating the majority of the crime. They also said that 18 individuals who have been charged, 15 were held for bail hearings, and 9 of those were released on conditions. Well, don't you do it again. Don't you dare do that again, because we'll just arrest you, right? He said prior to Project Warlock, 6 of the accused were released on orders. The harm that is being caused by releasing these individuals versus the risk of keeping them in custody is the disconnect, the chief said. I agree. Again, there's 3 individuals here in this photo down here that are not being shown, and I'm assuming, again, because they're minors. These are people coming into the country. These are people coming here deliberately to ruin our country in organized crime. They've left whatever shithole they live in to come and turn this country into the shithole they left. And I use that term because Donald Trump nailed it when he started talking about third world and what it means to our countries. Look at this list. Again, I'm not a racist guy, but are you seeing an ongoing theme here? Brampton North MPP Graham McGregor joined the chorus of voices Tuesday expressing distress that several of those charged in Project Warlock were already out on bail, and he reinforced the need for the federal bail reform. This is a story that residents are sick and tired of hearing, he said. Repeat and violent offenders who continue to walk our streets because of the continuing revolving door of our justice system. Shame on our society that these individuals are allowed out on bail to do it again. As for young ages of some of those charged, including 2 17-year-olds, the chief wasn't surprised. Now it's very common to see a wide range of ages and to see very young individuals. Well, the reason that they use young individuals is because their sentences don't carry as long as adults, and they also don't exactly hold as long as adults either. In fact, in some cases, their records can be expunged by the age of 18, depending on the severity of their charges, from my understanding. It's easy for those who are at a vulnerable point to see opportunities to make cash quickly or to be involved. It's a concern. I can say probably in the last decade we've seen to the extent the sheer volume of young people being involved in criminal activity to the extent that we're seeing now. The chief admitted Project Warlock wouldn't end the violent crime happening in Peel, but said that the efforts do let criminals know authorities are serious about stopping crime. But again, if there's no consequences for those crimes, then why stop? Why give up your life of crime? Again, they mentioned it earlier, it's a revolving door in the justice system. So you just go in, you get your cuffs on you, you fingerprint, you smile for the camera, and off you go to do more crime, get more money, and, well, we all know what happens then. Do we expect everybody's going to stop because of one project? Absolutely not, he said. We're still seeing almost 16 to 18 vehicles stolen a day here in Peel, which is just shy of 1 an hour, and many of them are violent. The dent is significant for us, but I can tell you that probably today we're going to experience another violent theft of autos in the form of a robbery. I guess the moral of the story, don't go to the Peel region. I guess if you're out watching the world burn in your extended vacation holidays. I chuckle and joke, but this really isn't any laughing matter. When we look at our Canadian justice system, when we look at immigration, when we look at what that immigration open door policy is causing, look, I'm all for people having a better life, coming to a country to get a job, to join society, to pay into our tax system, to be profitable for themselves so that the country itself can grow. I have no problem when we can handle those migrants to do such things in our country. In fact, I've often said that that is one of the strengths Canada has always been. However, under Justin Trudeau, it seems that it's just been a revolving door to bring in crime, despair, poverty, take away jobs, cause tent cities to blow up, drugs to pour out of every possible orifice of the country. We have seen this country get tipped upside down on its head because, let's be honest, ladies and gentlemen, It's all part of Justin Trudeau's plan. He wants to see Canada burn. He cares nothing about this country. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Do you see a common theme with these arrests? Am I taking crazy pills? Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. I'm sure you will. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up on the way out. It does help push the video out in the algorithm for people to know that this is worth watching. If you're also clicking that subscribe button, make sure to click your bell for notifications. Join me live here on the channel each and every Friday night for Friday Night Fringe, our live streaming show where we go over everything that's happened this week in politics, everything coming up in the week ahead, and a little bit of back and forth within our community. It's always great to talk to you guys outside of making these videos, and I look forward to talking with each and every one of you every single Friday night here on the channel. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and have a great rest of your day. I'll catch you on the next one.